Hi folks, thanks for joining us again. This is our second video explaining how to set up the CopyTrader. In the last video, we saw how to set up a virtual private server through Amazon Web Services. That is free. It's a 12-month free trial, I guess, that Amazon is offering. Now, I do have to warn you that performance is not as good as if you were paying for a server. So you may want to take that under consideration. And if you see that your performance or your results are not as you expected, you may want to bite the bullet and actually pay for a VPS somewhere else, or even with Amazon. I'm sure if you start paying them, the performance does improve. Nonetheless, the free VPS you get for a year should be good enough under normal circumstances for you to operate the CopyTrader. So you've got that out of the way. Hopefully you have followed all the instructions and now you have your own VPS. So this video is going to take you through the next step, which is installing MetaTrader on your VPS. And that is basically what we'll be covering in this video. So bear with me 1 second while I share my screen. Okay, here we are. So I am going to be showing you some screenshots. So the first thing you need to do, and again, we have to adapt this for each one of you. There is no, so of course, don't go to Forex.com unless that is your broker. But what I want you to do is go to the broker where you have set up your account. In my case, it is Forex.com. So these examples, these screenshots, we'll be showing you the process for installing MetaTrader on your VPS if you are using Forex.com. If you're not using Forex.com, obviously you're going to need to go to your broker's website. But assuming you're using Forex.com, we go to their screen, to their website, I'm sorry. We're going to get their website here, and then we're going to scroll all the way to the bottom. Still in Forex.com, and we're going to see that they do have a link to download MT4. Notice that I didn't even have to log in. Anybody can go to their webpage and download MetaTrader 4, the version that Forex.com uses. So that is what you're going to do. You're going to download MetaTrader 4. If you have a broker that uses MetaTrader 5, obviously you're going to download MetaTrader 5. So again, you need to adjust these instructions for whatever broker it is you're using. Now, after clicking the download MT4, you're going to be taken to this screen. If you're using Forex.com, you're going to click here to download MetaTrader 4. It's going, I actually right-clicked it, so I right-click and save target as, just so I know exactly where it's being saved. But if you just click download, it's still going to download it. So we're going to get save target as, and then we're going to be able to pick exactly where we want to save it. In my case, I decided I wanted to save it on the desktop. So that is what we're doing. And we're going to click save so that that file is copied to our computer. Now, this is my desktop after I've minimized all the other windows I had open. And what I'm going to do, oh, you can see MT4 here. This is the installer. So this is the downloaded file. But I also have my VPS from the prior step. When we set up that VPS at Amazon Web Services, we did get, if you followed the instructions, you will have a similar link to whatever you named yours on your desktop. And you will also have that Forex MT4 installer or whatever it is called from the broker you downloaded it from. I'm going to double click on that CopyTrader link, and that is going to take me to my VPS. I am now on my VPS. Now, this is taking the entire screen. When you open the VPS, it will open up as a full window. So I'm going to use the little links that are here on the top. You cannot see them. They didn't copy over when I did a screenshot, but there's a little bar up here at the top. And you're going to click the button that makes this window shrink. It's not going to minimize it. You just want it to shrink so that you can see your desktop behind it. So what's going to end up happening is you're going to get that window to become smaller. It's actually down here. I did minimize it, and I am going to copy the setup, the setup file for Forex MT4. I'm going to right click and hit copy. Then here is my server window. So we can see that I did make it smaller, so it's not covering the whole screen. And then I'm going to paste. That will paste the installer for MT4. It will basically copy it over to the server window. And once I have done that, I have pasted it. It is copying, copying, copying. Once it is finished copying, you will find that the installer is now on the server. Here it is. Look at it right there. I am going to double click on it on the server. Notice I am on the server now. This is my computer in the background. This is the VPS. This is the server. I have copied the installer. I'm going to double click on it. And that is going to run the installation process on the server. And you're going to get this screen where it is asking you if you want to install it. You're going to, preferably, because you may end up having multiple accounts, you can see on my server that I have many different MetaTrader installations. If you hit settings here, it will take you to a screen where you can give it a folder so that each instance you install goes to a different folder. You want to do that. So take a moment to give it a folder and, name them A, B, C, D, E as you do your different installations, or 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you're going to remember, or give them names. Just make sure that each time you install it, it goes into a different folder so you can have all those different versions and have all of them open at the same time. Otherwise, you're going to run the risk that one installation is going to overwrite the other. So you don't want that. So settings, give it a folder. And then after you've done that, you just click next and MetaTrader is going to install on the server. And again, you can install it as many times as you want, using different folders if you want to have different accounts on your server that are linked to different accounts on my CopyTrader, or different accounts that you manage yourself. So that is the end step. After you click next, it's just going to install, and you're going to end up with a new icon here on the server that you can use to open MetaTrader. Once that happens, you're going to want to open it, double click on whichever one you just installed, click, and you're going to want to connect to your actual trading account. So it will ask you for the account number and the password. Once you have that done, that's it. You basically installed MetaTrader 4 or 5. It is on the server. Make sure it is always running. All of these are running. That's why they have a little bit of an underlined underneath them. They're all running in the background, each one pointing to a different account. You want them always to be running. And in the next and final step, and this will be in the form of a document, you will find instructions to link your account with our Special Effects Academy copy traders. So that is all. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to me. I'll be happy to help you along this process. That's going to be it for this video. Thank you very, very much.